the studios of Pan-African Television, and I would have been introducing the mother of all talk shows, Alagi and Alagi, with a much more extended panel. Today, a series of events have led to us turning up in Nkrofo. One, you know how big those of us on Alagi and Alagi are on Nkrumah, the very first president of Ghana, the founder of the Republic. We are very big on celebrating Nkrumah. So tomorrow will be his birthday, and today we are in his hometown where Nkrumah Fest is happening. So we'll bring you live coverage of Nkrumah Fest on Pan-African Television. Ahead of that, we'll be having a series of conversations on Nkrumah and on other national issues. I am Senna Nombo, and of course with the crew here, we thank you for making time to join us. We're also live on radio.
1, 2.
Well, this morning we are starting our conversations with a man who is an academic by profession. He's also a politician for many years. Now,
1, 2.
he has the job of being board chair of the Forestry Commission.
Mic check 1, 2.
And immediately you mention forest nowadays, everybody's mind goes to something in particular. But there are many forests across this country in places that have not been touched. In the Volta region, there are many forests that they are responsible for. He is here to celebrate Nkrumah in Nkrofo, in his hometown. Professor Martin Otin Abebio
1, 2.
is our very first guest this morning. Prof, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Prof?
2.
I'm very well. And good morning to our viewers and listeners.
1,
It's
2.
nice to see you here in Nkrofo.
I have to be here. We need to celebrate the man who has made us what we are as a country. We need to celebrate him. I have to be here.
So you are here to celebrate Nkrumah.
Yes, and I've said severally, Nkrumah has never been celebrated enough. He's one of the forgotten heroes. Whatever that we have as a nation emanated from Nkrumah. Even his ardent critics, those who criticize him, turn around to say that he should have done better. Invariably acknowledge that he did something. They said the money that was bequeathed to us by their colonial masters, he should have used it to do something better. I just calculated the amount of money Ghana was able to recoup the last 8 years, vis-a-vis what we were given. Then you would know that Nkrumah has actually done very well. The man has to be celebrated. Not in that and this small hamlet. It should be a national celebration. And I hope that one day, that day will come.
And one of the days the NDC, a party you belong to, is doing that is to reintroduce Founders Day on his birthday instead of the August 4th that we was into.
Yes, and even that, I think that we should do better. Yes, it's good to bring Founders Day, but it should be celebrated with color and fanfare and a number of activities that will help our up and coming to understand Nkrumahism. It is a philosophy that should be imbibed in every Ghanaian. Nkrumah, go and see Nkrumah's house, a modest house. Not like today, when people are not only clamoring for houses for their spouses and their side chicks, and even government plots for their family members. The man didn't do that. This is the man that we're talking about. A man who was selfless. He has to be celebrated nationally. And I think that he deserves it.
And you see, but even though you say this is a good initiative, you would like to see it given a national...
It is a good initiative. It is a good beginning. But we have to scale it up. It should go beyond the princess of Nkrofo. It should have a national color. It should be our Independence Day celebration type, where every region should have something to do about Nkrumah on this day.
You said it's important because of generation that is coming, the future generation, that they need to understand who Nkrumah is.
Yeah.
Do you think we're teaching that enough? You are an academic yourself.
If you recall, after the overthrow of Nkrumah, even his books were burnt to ashes. Yeah. So there should be a deliberate policy to rehash all these, so that at least the future generation would appreciate what Nkrumahism stood for. The idea of Pan-Africanism, the idea of selflessness, patriotism. All these are good things that should be imbibed by our future generation, which unfortunately we are missing. And I think that there should be a conscious effort to resuscitate all these for the future of our country.
And you talk about Nkrumahism as a philosophy.
It is. It is not just, it's a philosophy. What is it? A philosophy that imbibes in you the idea of Pan-Africanism. A philosophy that imbibes in you the nationalistic tendencies. The philosophy that imbibes in you the selflessness attitude of man. That is what we need today. Not being selfish, not only taking government property for themselves, but for their families and cronies. That should not be entertained.
Sound check. 1.
That is what comes to mind. That is what he stood for. If you recall, That's the reason why we went so back we went. But look at all nations that have aspired to take encroachment philosophy. Rwanda, Burkina Faso, Niger. They are moving in a path as if they have never been. So, Nkrumah wanted us to be, and we were, the shining star. But when he was overthrown, the table turned. The detractors condone and connive with other part of foreigners to degrade the system. And that's where we are. We have to rebuild. It will take time, but we will get there.
What do we need to recapture? Because I realize the government that you are now a part of has introduced an idea like a blue card. How, how big is that initiative for you, someone whose expertise is also in the area of our natural resources, especially those found under our soil? How big is that a deal that we've introduced a gold board to try to control where our gold goes?
Yeah.
If Ghana has shown any sign of resuscitation, it's by courtesy of the gold ball. If there's any hope today for Ghana, it is by courtesy of the gold ball. Where we're able to, if for nothing at all, control the sale of our gold. If for nothing at all, control the sale of our gold. It is a game changer. It has changed the dynamics in our gold industry. And it cuts across. If you're able to take control of our timber, it will help us. If you're able to, even the vegetables that we grow, and weed out the intermediaries who are virtually the hangers on, feeding on the sweat of the poor farmers. Last week, if you recall, there were hue and cry from some MPs about glut that we have had in the tomato industry. Is that right? Glut.
Yes.
People have gone to the farm, cultivated, and we have glut. And because the government has not taken control over the marketing of those things, it's going waste. And you know you cannot keep tomatoes for 3 days.
Yeah,
So it is only when government take a center stage in the management of our resources that we have a future. Otherwise, we will work for the in my part of the world. When there's a harvest season for maize, those who have wherewithal will go immediately and buy the maize at a very takeaway price and go and hoard it. When there's a lean season, and I don't think that is helping.
Great. Now let's come to, because of course you were talking about selflessness, patriotism. Do you see a reflection of where we are as a nation when it comes to that?
Yes,
this whole discussion about the irresponsible illegal mining that has led to the kind of destruction we are seeing to the environment, that people are thinking only about themselves. They are not thinking about the environment that's available. They are not thinking about anything else.
Mic check 1, 2.
How much they can get.
So it will be a very lazy man answer if I say I think like that. Because the mining sector is very complex. Very, very, very complex. Complex in the sense that those engaging are those who want a livelihood.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They want a livelihood. They want to survive. So they will do anything to survive. They have seen some of us,
Sound check
those
1,
who
2,
have
3, 4, 5.
the wherewithal, engage in it, making fortunes. And we have done that with impunity. At Pramprama Forest, they went there and destroyed it with impunity. We've soldiers guided. The indigenous were not part of it. But they saw government officials being guided by the security to distort the forest and making fortunes and displaying the fortunes on national television with impunity. Who told him that? Who told you that they are not also men born of woman and that they also need money? That's what I'm saying. It's so complex. We've allowed the system to fester unnecessary for the past 8 years. Now the community has become so much emboldened. We have shown them that if you are strong, you can bulldoze your way through. That's the reason why they are also bulldozing their way through. That's the reason why I have always insisted where we are, the question of state of emergency is not the answer. It's a question of how to allow the people to appreciate that it is about time we stop it and get them an alternative which will be acceptable to them. I recall the last time at your station, I said that even the Okada driver around the princess of the Galamsey benefits from it. If you ask him to go and take passenger, he won't go. Because if you wait for 3 hours around the princess, you get about 400.
Sound check 1 2, yeah. Sound check 1 2.
So it will be very easy, a lazy man's approach, if I say, oh yes. No. It is we, the elite. Look, I said that the fight against Galamsey is not apolitical. It is not.
1 2.
And it is elitist.
Elitist.
Yes.
Explain that.
1 2 3 4 5 6.
How many of our compatriots in the village can buy a champagne? Let
Sound
alone
check 1 2, yeah.
excavator. How many of
1
them?
2 3 4 5.
How many of them know Accra? To go to Mineral Commission
1 2 3
to
4
pick a
5 6
concession.
7 8 9 10. Yeah.
It is we at the upper echelons of the site go for the concession, buy the
champagne, the
excavators, the pickups, and get these boys to go and work for survival. So if you are fighting, you are not only fighting the boys, you are fighting those in the boardroom who are calculating their profits. How many
1 2 3 4 5 6
excavators has he bought? How many returns were they able to make last week? And how that is balancing out? They are the people that we are fighting. That's what I'm saying. That it is elitist.
It's elitist for you.
Yes.
Because of the resources needed to do an activity like that.
I told you that the water guards that were trained at the expense of the government to protect our water bodies. We were giving them, I think, 800 or 1,000, let's say. They went there and gave each one of them 5,000 a day. 5,000
A day. That makes it difficult for a fact like that to sustain.
They've all stopped. They've stopped.
So then I'm wondering,
I'm saying that the water guys, there were 400 of them, that were trained at the expense of government. They were meant to help us protect our bodies, have been bought out by the guys. Really, they've been bought out.
How do we protect the water bodies? Because that was an initiative. How do we protect the water bodies? That was an initiative.
That is now we are using the military, and you saw my minister on the water body last week. It is not a simple fight. Did you see the minister on the Ancobra?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Why would he go there? Why would he go there? People who have been trained our friends have been brought out.
So, so I'm wondering, in the midst of this kind of situation,
Sorry?
that requires a lot of adaptability, doesn't it?
Oh, that's the reason why I've been advising that we need to understand this fight. Otherwise, we will be repeating what we did in previous years. Otherwise, we will not get anywhere. It is not a fight where raid and go. You raid in the morning, they go in the evening. So there should be an understanding. And that's the reason why we see the cooperative mining as a game changer.
Okay.
Because that gives them an opportunity to do what they want to do under proper supervision.
Under proper supervision.
So government has decided, instead of they washing, we are going to buy the machine. We're going to buy the gold washing machine and give them technical support so that they can do what they want to do and do it properly. That's far better than the amount that we are spending today.
Okay.
Between January and April, Forestry Commission spent 4 million.
Okay.
That 4 million could buy how many gold sachets? It will give the people a better livelihood, save our water, and avoid this sort of occasional raid that we do. You understand?
Okay.
Let's spend the money in a proper way, get the people what they want to do. Let's agree with them, put them into a cooperative. One cooperative can pick up over 300 people so that they will be under one umbrella, under proper supervision. You are giving them technical support. You've given them the machinery. The only problem that we have is how they refine the gold. We buy the gold catcher for them.
For you, that is the way.
That is what we are going to do.
The best approach.
That's the best approach.
Then there are also still insist on a state of emergency. The argument is, and this argument was made by Dr. Tony. He's even suggesting that you need about 2 battalions move from one forest to the other, deal with the people, lead army officers in those forests. You were suggesting virtually the same thing the last time. That you need to camp people within the forest whose job it is.
What they have missed the point. What they have missed the point. I suggested the same thing. What they have missed the point is that if you leave them there, they will leave. Eventually, the soldiers cannot be there permanently. Even if 3 years, they will leave.
You are suggesting that the people who are doing this have the patience to wait?
I'm saying that they will leave eventually. So it will go back to square one. So how can we solve it once and for all? Let's get our men in there. Let's allow them to do what they want to do under a good supervision. It's about mining. Let's put them in a proper way, let them mine and survive them. And let's keep our people, they are employed by the Forestry Commission. They'll be watched, that is their duty point. If you go to the Wildlife Division, they are there. They've been there for how many years? They are there. Okay. The only point is that their buildings are dilapidated. Let's find a way to make it habitable.
Retool the forest.
Retool them. And add more so that it can be better. You understand? Keeping the soldiers there is temporary.
Okay.
It's a short-term measure because eventually they would have to leave. They will leave. They cannot be there permanently. Once they leave, it goes back to square one. Because the mineral is there, they know the mineral is there, they have not mined it, they will mine it. But don't let's pretend as if our soldiers are Indians.
Okay.
They are Ghanaians.
Okay.
They also understand every language Ghanaian understand. It is the same soldiers that survived the destruction of Abraham Forest.
Okay.
So they are not sacrosanct. Recently, the raid that was done in the entire area, before they got there, all the 25 excavators have been evacuated from the forest.
I see.
Yes, the reason
You are saying somebody is even giving them tip-off.
I'm saying that if you read what the man sent to you,
Yeah.
they could see that morning all the excavators, and I have it. I have the intelligence that they left that morning. There 12 Chinese guys. How did you get to know?
I see.
How did they get to know?
So your suggestion is that it's a complicated matter that
The fight is complicated. It's very complex. It's very complex.
I see. Now let's move from that and let's talk a bit about, for you, are you happy being in this government and working for the government thus far? Do you think the government is doing very well thus far?
From two angles.
Okay.
Senator, I get so much enthused. If I look at the caliber of appointees that the government is, from the ministries, everyone, very young, energetic, prepared to work, on point. But my joy, when it comes to the Galamseyers, is the commitment the government has shown. The president himself and all other appointees, my minister, their commitment is beyond description. You know, I'm a very principled guy. I did not find myself being micromanaged. No. It's not possible. So it was part of my submission. If you want me to lead this to be micromanaged, let me stand. So go and do the work. And there has never been any one time that there has been any interference. That to me is important. That's how we can succeed. And I think that we are on course.
And so far, you are happy with the trajectory?
Very happy. Very happy.
I see. Well, if you're just joining us, we have Professor Martin sitting at the field, who is chairperson, board chair, Forestry Commission. We are live from doing this particular interview with him. We have to be rounding up on this particular conversation. We have to be rounding up on this. What's your word? The word would, what would be your conclusion remarks? When can I
Well, I have one word. As a Ghanaian, we have it a duty to make sure the name of Nkrumah is given its certain place in the history of the country. We should have a certain place in the annals of our history. We have been served for a very long time. It is about time. It is about time we take the proper place in the history of Ghana. And I wish one day it will come to pass. And Nkrumah will become a household word. So now let me tell you one story. Okay. I know the new patriotic party is an avowed critic of Nkrumah. But have you noticed in recent times the campaigns in new patriotic party even cite Nkrumah as role models? Is that right? Yes. That tells us how the hand is coming home. It's about time we embrace it quickly. Otherwise, we'll be left behind. And Nkrumah never dies.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So, Professor Martin Otembebio is co-chair of the Forestry Commission. Like I said, we're still having this conversation with some people who are coming here to NASPA to be part of this celebration of Nkrumah. It's called the Nkrumah Fest. Happens every year. Led by the member of parliament for the area, member of parliament for the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, responsible for our environment, for taking control of our resources, and of course, a lot more to do in that particular space. There's been a lot of attention on him, and the agencies that under him, Prof, is just one of those who are serving in those agencies. He is serving the forest.